Hey there, vampire lovers. If you're obsessed with all things fangs and darkness, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into the legendary bloodsucker himself, Dracula. But before we break down his dark powers and hidden vulnerabilities, let's kick things off with a spine-tingling fact that just might catch you off guard. Did you know that Bram Stoker's Dracula wasn't just a figment of imagination, but was actually inspired by a real historical figure? Meet Vlad the Impaler, the brutal ruler who gave the legendary vampire his fangs. From blood-soaked battles to spine-chilling folklore, Dracula's dark origins are more real and more terrifying than you might think. Stick around as we dive into the twisted history behind the Lord of Darkness. Dracula's immortality is what truly sets him apart. A creature who doesn't just live, he endures. While mortal men are bound by time, Dracula defies it, thriving in the shadows as centuries come and go. His ageless existence isn't just about survival, it's about domination, feeding on the lifeblood of history itself. There's something chillingly seductive about a being that never grows old, never dies, and never stops haunting the night. Dracula's superhuman strength and lightning speed make him more than just a bloodsucker. They make him a near unstoppable predator of the night. It's no wonder he strikes fear into our hearts. Experts suggest that these terrifying abilities are more than just supernatural tricks. They're symbols of our deepest, most primal fears, of the unknown, of power beyond our control, and of death itself, lurking just out of sight. Dracula isn't just a monster. He's our worst nightmare brought to life. But even creatures of the night have their weaknesses. Dracula might be powerful, but he's far from invincible. Sunlight, crucifixes, and sacred symbols strip him of his might, turning the fearsome vampire into a fleeing shadow. These classic vulnerabilities aren't just random quirks of vampire lore. They're symbolic, reflecting the eternal battle between light and darkness, good and evil. It's a reminder that even the most terrifying monsters have their Achilles heel. These weaknesses aren't just plot devices. They add layers to Dracula's dark allure, reflecting the fears and moral struggles of the era that birthed him. The Victorian society, steeped in religious fervor and fear of the unknown, saw Dracula's aversion to crucifixes and sunlight as more than supernatural quirks. They embodied the clash between science and superstition, faith and sin, light and darkness. It's this blend of societal anxieties and religious motifs that gives Dracula his timeless, haunting depth. Dracula's impact extends far beyond the pages of fiction. This legendary figure has etched an unforgettable mark on popular culture, inspiring a myriad of adaptations and reinterpretations across the globe. From classic films to modern reboots, Dracula's dark charisma and chilling presence continue to captivate audiences, proving that his influence is as enduring as it is pervasive. He's not just a character, he's a cultural icon who keeps evolving with each retelling. Dracula's transformation from a seductive anti-hero to a monstrous villain mirrors our shifting views on horror and desire. Over time, he's evolved from a charismatic figure who embodies forbidden allure into a symbol of our darkest fears. Each new portrayal reflects how our cultural anxieties and fascinations change, revealing the complex relationship between desire and dread. Dracula isn't just a vampire, he's a mirror reflecting our deepest, ever-evolving fears. You might be wondering how to reconcile Dracula's irresistible charm with his terrifying nature. Some argue that his charisma is more than just a seductive veneer. It's a deliberate mask, hiding a much darker reality. This duality forces us to confront our own fascination with the forbidden exploring why we're drawn to things that scare us. Dracula challenges us to face our darkest desires and fears, blurring the line between allure and terror. To unravel these complexities, dive into modern retellings or explore psychological studies that illuminate why we're so captivated by vampires. These contemporary perspectives offer fresh insights into our enduring obsession with Dracula and his kind, revealing how they tap into our deepest fears and desires. Whether through new adaptations or scientific analysis, you'll find clues to why these nocturnal creatures continue to haunt our imaginations. As we wrap up our journey through Dracula's dark world, remember that his story transcends mere fangs and fright. It's a profound reflection of our deepest human desires and fears, resonating across cultures and generations. Dracula isn't just a character. He's a timeless symbol of the darker corners of our psyche that continue to captivate and intrigue audiences around the globe. What's your favorite Dracula portrayal? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear which version of the legendary vampire you find most compelling. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Dracula's dark world, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and share with your fellow vampire fans. Stay tuned for more spine-chilling content.